Hi everyone, here we are again. It's glorious again, but it's the 3rd of April, and again, as I've said before, different parts of the country will be doing these jobs at different times. I have had some comments saying I'm doing things too early, but in Wales the weather's mild, at least where I live, so some of these jobs cannot be left till any later. A couple of weeks ago I showed you a video of some bare-rooted roses I bought from Tesco's. Well, this is one of them, and one of the questions was about the green wax that was on them and should it be removed. But as you can see from all of these, most of the wax has come off. There's a little bit left on there, but you can peel it off if you like, but not a great deal. This one hasn't actually started sending out any shoots yet. They are just coming through, so that will be fine. But we have another one, which was the bush rose, and as you can see, that one is far more advanced. New growths coming straight there, which is quite a long growth. Now, what I'm going to do with this, because there's a little bit between the flower there, the shoot there, and the top, that will die off anyway. So I'm going to hopefully be able to remove that at an angle like that, and you've got your new shoot there. Same with that one there, because if you leave them, it could give disease into the bush. Trim it down there like that, and the same that one there. So there's easy way then is to leave all the others. That's the last one, and you always trim it the same angle that the bed is growing. So it's growing, the bed's growing up that way, so I do it that way. If the bed was growing that way, I would do it that way. So this one, because it's going towards the bed, I do it that. And that now is fine. I shall leave that. I will leave it in a pot for a few more, maybe 6 months, and then I shall plant it in the garden. So those are the ones I planted last year. We have this one here, which is one of my larger roses. This, where it's down here, that was actually as tall as this bush. So what I've done as an experiment, there's a piece growing into this plant here, and I'm going to, it's a Daphne it is, so I've got shoots coming through it, as you can see the shoots there, but they're coming this side of the plant. So I'm going to leave these, and I think these will be the flower beds for this year on there, but I've trimmed the rest of it down because that should flower a little later on. Because I wanted to flower through that bush, then obviously I leave that. When they finish flowering, I shall cut them as low as that. And another experiment I'm trying is this here, which is a rambling rose, and it's called the pillar, American pillar. It's meant to grow straight up, obviously, but I want to try and keep it as a bush. So last year, these were the new growths from last year, these long ones here, and some of those there. I trimmed them off last year, hoping that this year these will be the new shoots, which will give me the roses for this year. And I'm going to do the same thing now this year. This shoot here, as you can see, you can tell the difference because it is a really long, a very long shoot, very strong, and it's quite different to that new growth there. So I'm going to trim this one to there, again at an angle, and I'm going to do the same with each of those, and I'm hoping that then will produce flower buds from there next year. So I'm hoping that these will all be the flower shoots for this year, and I'll keep you up to date with it if they flower in a few weeks' time. Usually it's about June time they start to flower, so I shall show you whether it's worked or not. And we have the last one around here, and this is one I showed you last year, and this already has the flower buds on it, so I left it this year. I did some hard pruning last year. This one can be left as a climber or as a bush. You can do either. So I've left it this year, haven't trimmed it at all, and as you can see, there's some lovely new shoots. And what I shall do is when they finish flowering, I shall then cut them down to about there when they finish flowering, and hopefully then get more shoots throughout the summer, because this is a repeat flowering. So I hope that helps, but again, you have to do what's right for you. In this country, in Wales, it's a little bit warmer, and where you live it might be too soon to do them. So I hope that helps.